Men in Black International, out in cinemas now, starring Tessa Thompson, Chris Hemsworth, and Liam Neeson. It's a loose sequel to the trilogy that started in 1997 with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. So the story in this one is that Tessa, as a young girl, encounters an alien together with her parents. However, when Men in Black show up to erase their memory with the little blinkers, they miss her. So for the next 20 years, she lives on with the knowledge that there is more out there than the government says. And she's searching for trails and clues, hoping to get into the agency to basically do this for a living. And finally she does stumble upon them, manages to talk her way in, and gets sent to the London branch run by Liam Neeson. There she quickly pairs herself up with Chris Hemsworth's character, and they go on a simple assignment that soon turns out to be deeper and more important than it may have seemed, as the whole world is in danger of an invasion by the Hive. And at the same time, the Men in Black themselves seem to have a mole in the organization. Now, I went into the film with no expectations whatsoever. The trailers didn't look too good, but I like the lead actors and I like the original. I didn't hope for a deep and interesting film, just a fun action flick. And boy, was I disappointed. As forgiving as I wanted to be, it became apparent from the first scene of the film that whoever wrote the screenplay is a blithering idiot. So the movie opens with Hemsworth and Neeson investigating some kind of alien disturbance on the Eiffel Tower in Paris. They climb it, and on one of the balconies they find a couple. A guy is proposing to his girlfriend as they walk in. So the agents hide their weapons behind their backs and pretend to be tower security. They gently explain that the couple is not allowed to be there, it's nighttime and they should head down. The couple look flustered, but they say, yeah, sure, we'll be on our way. And then Hemsworth's character says something along the lines of, because if you don't go right now, the aliens called the Hive will come and eat our bodies from within. What? Why? What? The couple is, of course, as confused as the viewer might be, and then Hemsworth pulls the nullifier, the blinker that erases the memories. He uses it and again just tells those people to go on down. What? What? Why would he do that? The agents obviously want to stay secret, right? And they're doing a good job until he just says all this nonsense about aliens. What for? There's no in-universe reason why this character would say this. It's always been made very clear in the series that the blinker is a last resort, that secrecy should be maintained without it at all costs. So I think to myself, okay, maybe this is just poor exposition for the sake of the viewer, but then the same information that Hemsworth's character says is repeated 3 or 4 times throughout the film. Who the fuck wrote this script? It seems like a very small detail, I know, but there are details like this in every minute of the film. I'm not making this up, the screenplay is just a smoking pile of shit. It makes the film a load of nonsense and it treats the viewer like an idiot. And I think that the script in this case is the first red flag that says the filmmakers fundamentally misunderstood what made the original Men in Black such a cool, beloved film. See, that movie was a fun riff on spy cinema and conspiracy theories prevalent in the 1990s. It showed you this amazingly built world of aliens secretly coexisting with the humans, but it flipped the concept on its head by making the extraordinary aspect ordinary, by showing how mundane and everyday the work of the agents can be, just like any regular job. So you also had the great character of Tommy Lee Jones, who with his deadpan face just grounded the movie really well. Here the secrecy is there just as a make-believe, because if you pay attention it really isn't there. The spy stuff just went out the window for huge CGI set pieces with explosions and big laser guns and fight scenes. And again, I was prepared to kind of live with that if it was tied together by at least a semi-competent story. Whereas the main plot here is, apart from, as I already said, being just idiotic, completely predictable and boring, and therefore just devoid of any tension. So it fails on the serious side of things. But what's even worse is that the humor is just so completely wooden and missed. I can't remember a single joke that would make me crack a smile here. But it gets worse. There's a comic relief CGI character which shows up about halfway through the film and remains part of the main cast. And all I could think about it was, this is Jar Jar Binks from Phantom Menace all over again. Hollywood, what the fuck? Have you learned nothing? The only two times I smiled was when two actors showed up in unexpected secondary roles. Those were Kayvan Novak, who is terrific in What We Do in the Shadows, the TV series, and the lovely Rebecca Ferguson, known from Mission Impossible series. However, in both cases, my smiles quickly disappeared, as it turned out that both of them are pretty much wasted in their small roles. The one thing that I was hoping was gonna work was the chemistry between Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth. Not only are they both competent actors and they have this unique charm to them, they have already proven to work well together in Thor Ragnarok. But this here, I mean, it's just there's nothing. It's clear to me that again the script is to blame, as they have nothing to work with. But nonetheless, the result is the same, and it's that the movie is awful. I mean, as I was walking into the movie theater, I was in a fantastic mood, but when I was leaving, I just felt drained and exhausted. And that leaves me with a singular recommendation for this movie: stay away from it.